Hello, Elite Bosses. I'm going live again because I've been wanting to do this training for a while, and I wanted to do it as a video and put it into the units. So I'm just going to go live with it and do the training, and then I'll move it over into the unit so anybody can access it anytime. One thing that I am finding for myself and for others that are starting with this business, if you're starting with not a lot of social media experience, you don't have a lot of followers, a lot of Facebook friends, or you're not used to posting regularly, this training will be good for you. So this is branding and content creation 101. So if you've been posting for a long time, you've got this in the bag, then this isn't something that's going to benefit you. This is more for people who want to learn how to improve their social media. So a lot of this stuff I have learned over the past year and a bit, and some of the stuff that I want to share hopefully will be helpful tips, including one little exercise on how to create content, a brainstorming exercise that I have done a couple of times, and whenever I feel like I'm running out of content, I just do it again, and it really is helpful for me, so I will do that as well. So the first few things that I just wanted to mention was some tips for beginners. So this is a little bit more focused to our business. So our business, we use attraction marketing, we create intrigue, we create curiosity around the business and the products. But the first thing that you want to market, the first thing that you want to brand is yourself. So your profile needs to be about you. We want to know who you are, what you're doing, what you love, and all that great stuff. That's what people are following, is you as a person and the life that you're living. So make sure that that is front and center on your profile. Your profile picture should obviously be a picture of yourself. You know, the other piece is to have a really quick and easy taglines, a little bit of information about yourself, but you also don't want to have the business name anywhere on your profile, because then your profile then becomes not just about you as a person, but you and then your company. Right? You are your own CEO of your own business. We want that to be front and center on your profile. So I wouldn't have the company name anywhere right on the beginning of your profile. We want to create that curiosity. We want people to ask what your company is that you partner with, things like that. So that's the first tip that I have for you. The other piece is, with attraction marketing, what we want to do with our profile is we want to bring people to us. We want to have people follow us, to want to know what we're doing. We want to attract a certain type of person. So based on the content that you're putting out or the type of profile that you're putting out, you're going to attract that type of person. So I really like to put out a lot of content about inspiration and motivation and positivity, and people who love that are then attracted to me. If you put out negativity and things that are not as positive, you'll attract negative people to your life. So you really want to make sure that you're attracting what you're putting out is what you're going to be attracting back. So that's one really wonderful way to work on your profiles, to really think about that. Who do you want to attract? So that's one thing at times I will write down when I feel like I need to refocus and reset, is I'll write down the type of person that I want to attract to me. What type of person do I want to attract to my profile? Do I want to attract a certain type of customer? Do I want to attract a certain type of person who's going to fall in love with this business, who's going to fit in with our team? Amazing. So that would be the second tip, would be to really know who your audience is and who you're trying to attract. The third thing is that we want to create curiosity through our marketing, and we don't want to spam. So what we want to do is we want to kind of dribble or weave throughout our posting the product posts and the business posts. So you don't want your entire post every day to be about business or product, because then people just see you as somebody who's trying to make money from their business. You really want people to be engaged, and you want them to be following you along your journey. So I always try to do my product posts on a Tuesday and a Thursday, and a business post on a Friday. Now that I've started posting a little bit more, I am doing a bit more, but I make sure that I'm weaving them in nicely, because people get their back up if they see too much spamming or marketing or advertising that's right in their face. So we want to attract people to us, and the way that we do that is being our authentic selves. So make sure that you've got yourself all over your profile, your personality all over your profile, and that you're being you, your pictures and your live videos. So, so important. It's okay to use some quotes here and there, but people need to learn who you are. They feel like they're your friend. They feel like they know you, and that's done by posting pictures and by going live. So that would be another tip. The other tip that I would say is with your posting, so you need to now realize as you're part of this business is that your social media account, your profiles, Facebook and Instagram, are now business profiles. So we need to look at that a little bit differently. You're running your own business. So you want to be professional, you want to be thoughtful, and you want to be strategic with every single post that you put up on your wall. So it's okay to have humor. It's okay to show your personality. But what you don't want to do is be sharing somebody else's content all the time. You want to get credit for your own content. So there are several people who do reshare a lot of funny jokes and all that kind of stuff. And that once in a while is wonderful. But you're not going to be creating that engagement. You're not going to be creating that following by sharing other people's content. So the other tip with that is I really focused on one good post a day when I started my business. Be strategic about that, what that one post is, and post it at similar times of the day. I got into a habit, I got into a routine. I posted my one post per day in the morning before I started my full-time job, and it was out of the way for the day, and I didn't have to worry about it or post it again. The other thing I will say as well, especially with your product curiosity posts or your business curiosity posts, don't compete with yourself. So if you just put up this great curiosity post about a product with a before and after, and you're getting some likes, you want to leave that up there. Let it do its work. If you do another post after you've just done that one, that great post you just did is now buried and not on anybody's feed. The new one is. So that's why we need to be patient. We put a post up, let it sit. Let it get that content. And what we can do if it starts to slow down, we can have somebody, you can comment on it again. Somebody else will comment on it again and it'll bump it back up. But if you do another post, a couple of hours after, you're just going to be burying that post further within the newsfeed. So that would be another tip, is to not compete with yourself and with your own postings. You want to leave them sit there for people to see. So now I just wanted to get into what your brand is. And branding has a couple of different connotations to it. Some people think of branding as the way you sign your name, or a little acronym, or your tagline, or whatever that might be. But what I mean today by branding is what you want to be known for and what you want to be seen for. What do you represent? What do you want people to see about you? And what do you want people to know about you? And once you've figured that out, it helps to guide your content. So one of the recommendations that I actually got from GoPro, which I thought was amazing in one of the trainings, was to pick 3 to 5 themes or things that you want to be known for. So, you can do this by brainstorming and then breaking it down to 3 to 5. So some of the different examples that I have: do you want to be known for being a mom? Motherhood, or a father, fatherhood. Is fashion something that you're interested in? Is health and wellness something that you're interested in? Weight loss, travel. Do you want to be inspirational? Do you want to inspire people? Do you want to be known as a positive person? Do you want to be known as somebody who loves to have fun? Somebody who cooks a lot? Like, all of these different things can help you to create your brand. So for myself, I decided that I wanted to be known for somebody who was very driven and motivated. I'm a mom. So motherhood means a lot to me. So doing it for my girls is really, really important. I want to be a positive person and I want to inspire others. My business is one of my brands. One of the things I want to be known for is being a person who goes out and goes after what she wants and is an entrepreneur. And then of course, health and wellness for me in my weight loss journey. So those are the 5 things that I've decided are going to be my brand and that I want to put out and I want to represent, and that are me. And when you think about those 5 things, those are also the type of people I want to attract to me. So really think about that when you're creating what you want to be known for, what you want to be seen as, and what you want your brand to be. So I hope so far this is helpful. If you've got questions, you can drop them in the comments too, and I can take a peek. But the next little thing I want to do, okay, so the next thing that I want to do too is just the basics of how to brainstorm for content. Because when I first started, this was one thing that I found that I was struggling with a little bit, was just how do I, come up with a post every single day. But not only about posting every day, but being strategic with your posting. And we want to make sure that our posts are really adding value to the people that are watching our profile, because if we're adding value and they're learning something from us, they're going to come back. They want to know what we're posting tomorrow, and they start to follow you, and it becomes quite powerful. So one of the brainstorming exercises that I have done, and I've got a whiteboard. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. My girls lost my whiteboard marker, so I'm using a Crayola crayon, and I tested it and it should work. So one of the ways, so you've got your 5 brands. So let's say for me, we're going to talk about the health and wellness. Oh, okay, this is weird, but anyways. So let's say health is going to be so I'll just put that in the center. That's my brand. That's what I want to be known for. I want people to come to me about their health issues. So then I can start just brainstorming anything that comes to mind about health. So you can do recipes, you can do inspirational quotes, we can talk about exercise, we can talk about food, we can talk about motivation, what inspires you. You can do before and afters. There's so many different things here. So we can also talk about like meal prep. You can do a Wellness Wednesday tip of the week for health and wellness. You can go on and on and on about health and wellness for as long as you possibly want. But then basically what I do is I go into these and I think, okay, so recipes, I can do some about breakfast, I can do some about dinner, I can take pictures of my food and post what I'm eating. A lot of people ask me to do this. It's just not something I've done yet, but that's really important. Exercise. So we've got exercise as one of the things here. So with exercise, you can talk about, one post can be about weight training, one can be about cardio, one can be about how do you find the motivation to go to the gym. So there's so many different ways that you can create content just by knowing what your own brand is and what you want to represent. So one of the things for me too was when I talk about, now I'm starting to really change and get into, when you look at your brand, one of the things that you really want to do too is share your story. So whatever that story is, what's happened to you in your life, what's led you to where you are, it doesn't have to be an incredible story. It just needs to be you. And it needs to be why are you doing what you're doing, and why do you have the inspiration to do that? Because that's what people really, really want to look to you for. The other piece is to find inspiration in places that you may not think to look. So I go on Pinterest a lot and I take a look at information about exercising, things like that. In a lot of different health groups, you will find so many different articles and tips and tricks, and you can incorporate it. It doesn't have to be original content from yourself. You don't have to sit with a pen and paper and write down a post. A lot of my stuff comes from researching things and then creating a post. So I wanted to do a post about protein. Why should we have protein? And I really didn't know the answer to that very well. So I went and did my research about why we would want to make sure we have enough protein in a day and why that's important. And then that became one of my posts. So I hope that you find this helpful. This is just a 101 basics of branding and creating content, and I'm always here to help. And we love to share content from each other too. So if somebody's done a post that really resonates with you and your brand, I just send a quick reach out to say, is it okay if I take the concept, but always rework it into your own words, because Facebook doesn't like us to copy each other. Okay, so thank you everybody. Have a great night. It's January 2nd. We have an incredible year coming up. I can absolutely feel it, and I hope this is helpful for all of you. I will put it in one of the units so that anybody can go and see it anytime. Okay, bye. Have a great night. Thanks for watching.